My mother's laboratory, Toastmaster Tushar. Every morning, the first thing my mother does when she enters the kitchen is open the refrigerator and get milk for tea. Raise your hand if something similar happens at your home. Whether it's your wife or mother, the first cup of tea is a non-negotiable start of the day. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest, good afternoon. Do you think when my mother opens the refrigerator to get milk, is she only thinking about making tea? No, not at all. She immediately glances at the fridge and identifies the leftover, which can be recycled to breakfast. Looks at the bottom of the refrigerator and identify vegetables which will be made in lunch. And before she puts the tea on stove, your two decisions about the day, the breakfast and lunch, are already made. After some time, you will be praising the parathas which were made by the leftover dal which you refused to eat last night. I cannot understand or identify a better example of sustainability on this planet. The only food which gets wasted in Indian kitchen is what you leave in plate. Everything else gets recycled or reborn into a new dish. And I call it as a leftover magic. Mother's kitchen is not only a place to cook. It is a place where creativity, innovation, crisis management, resource management, heat rejection, chemistry, physics, everything is practiced without you knowing. And I think in corporate, we can learn a lot from there. For example, there is a technique, Japanese technique named 5S, which, to simplify, it's like a place for everything and everything should be at its place. But I realized one day that my mother's kitchen has implemented 5S before anyone in this room have heard the term for the first time. What happened is, my mother was not well and I asked her, I can help you to make tea. And there she was in her bed and gave me command, go to the kitchen, on the right closet there are utensils, pick the second one, put it on the gas stove, there are 2 cups in front of the closet, take them, mix water and milk 1:1. On the left side there are 2 containers, one is having tea, another is having sugar. Tea and sugar, the spoon sizes are different, don't mix them up. Add 2 spoons of sugar and 2 spoons of tea, boil it for 2-3 minutes, strain it and the tea is ready. I was amazed to see that 5S was implemented in my mother's kitchen. And there were no labels, no work instructions, no operating procedures. One more such example which we learn in corporate after getting training and spending a lot of money is continuous improvement, or sometimes people call it Kaizen. Sounds like a very fancy or buzzword, but continuous improvement is something which keeps happening in my mother's kitchen every now and then. You can identify as the festive season is coming, your mother might be having conversation with their relatives, with their friends. What are you going to make? Is this something which is trending? You think that some gossip is going on, but no, gossip is not going on. They are honing their culinary skills. They are recalibrating their recipes. They are reinventing their recipes. They are correcting their recipes. And in the festive season, you will have lots of sweets and snacks made. And if the recipe is good, bang, it's their skill. But if the recipe is not good, it is because of the fault of the utensil your father bought or because of the raw material or ingredient that you bought, or because of your taste buds. She's not at fault anytime. Have you ever seen next level skill where a supercomputer can sometimes fail? My mother, during peak hours when making breakfast, lunch, or during festive season or during puja, she is like a fighter plane in her cockpit, stirring curry with one hand, flipping paratha with other, saying, Tushar, go and get some dhania. And did I talk about phone? At the same time, she is talking about phone, gossiping with some aunt. And at the same time, that fighter pilot reaches to her armor in the spice cabinet, get some spice. I don't know what she puts. And like a culinary ninja, her recipe is always right. Friends, what I want to share is whatever problems we have in our corporate life or business, if we keep an eye and be very observant what our mothers are doing in kitchen, we can find solutions, because kitchen is a place where creativity, innovation happens in real time basis without you knowing. And I believe if my mother can turn over the leftover dal into a Michelin star level dish, the corporate world has a lot to learn from her. Thank you. Contest chair.